Hi, everyone. Welcome to another awesome interview on the High Growth Marketing Forum for coaches, consultants, therapists, and wellness businesses. So, we created this forum in collaboration with our Rise and Be Rich, the coaching arm, as well as the Rise marketing arm, and the team that we've collected for both of these. In Rise and Be Rich. And we really wanted to do is bring these topics into the forum and share some really important training and resources for high growth. So these are high growth secrets for entrepreneurs like you who are in that phase of growth. So today I wanted to talk to Charu Mehrotra. I wanted to do this as a live stream, but we are going to do it as a recording. I'm going to put it up. So Charu has been a long-term colleague and collaborator, sort of like partner in crime, who's comes up with these brilliant ideas on how to grow your online business. She's also the founder of Women Lines. Women Lines is an online magazine that she started from scratch, and it is now considered one of the top 40 women's online magazines to follow in 2020. So she grew her viewership and community without spending a lot of money into this business, and she grew it from 0 to 100,000 views. And today, in this high business growth business discussion, we wanted to know a little bit. We just wanted to touch on some of these secrets on how she grew her blog to this kind of viewership. So Charu, welcome.
Hello, Ahna. Thank you so much. Hello to all there. Lovely community.
Yeah, so we're gonna go straight to the point because I really want them to start thinking in terms of whether you're just starting a blog. So yours is a pure blog by itself, but some people have another business. Like, for example, I have a coaching and a marketing business, but I also run a blog. So you can have just a blog business, or you could have another business, but you're using blog to grow your traffic. So keep both in mind as we are discussing these questions. So how relevant do you think, Charu, is a blog right now as an for any kind of online business?
Well, it's definitely a relevant question. I am running my magazine for 2 years plus now. And this was a blog with the theme of a magazine because I wanted to have a magazine for women which can relate to different topics, and we can have the best content from people from across the globe. So yes, I will strongly say that whether you're having a solo venture or you're running a blog is a must for every entrepreneur. It's a beautiful place which is giving you liberty to do marketing for your product, your services, free of cost. Believe me, it doesn't require any monetary investment, or definitely the basics you have to set, which everybody is aware about. But if you are using it smartly and you are implementing what is required, it can really help you to reach out to the target audience in very nice way.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes, what I started with. So definitely it has been a journey of experiments, of actions, of learning from other influencers, of experts. And there has been failures also and success also. This has been a story together. But what I have learned, digital media is a 24 hours media. And it never stops. The whole world is there. One part of the day, one section of the world is observing it, and another part of the day, other section of the world is using it. So it's such a beautiful platform where you can have the visits 24 hours. And if you go deep into the exact technicalities of the blog, how it works, the basic blogger or the business owner must be educating himself or herself how the content works over any digital media. So any blog consists of the content, the title, or the SEO words, the keywords, and there are ways to market it. So why it is important? Because it is giving you a branding for your product. Whether you are a business owner, it will provide branding for your product or service, or you are an influencer or coach or expert in wellness industry also. This is a beautiful way you can brand yourself continuously. So what is must is, if you really want to brand yourself impactfully, you have to be consistent every day. Little content, not in the form of articles. It can be a short video. It can be just
Yeah.
a form of quotation some way. But if you really make it consistent and you are writing every day, Google will love you, because Google loves fresh content.
Yeah.
And if you're meeting the search engine every day, the search engine algorithms will be aware that certain content is coming from your page. So it works like that. Whatever I have understood, and I have seen it on my page, how the numbers have increased. Consistent sharing has helped me a lot. And consistent sharing in terms of it has to be done as related to your niche. So you have to be particular that you're writing related to your content, related to your topic. And there are various smart ways how you can promote your product, promote your services by writing the relevant content around that.
So it's interesting because there are a few things, there are like few key points that are, are really important for people to get a sense of. The first thing you said was you had a very focused strategy on how you wanted to use the blog. You said that I use the blog with the thought that I wanted to turn it into an online magazine. So your
Yes.
strategy of using the blog, I think, is really key, and how you're going to use the blog, especially if you're a business that wants to brand yourself. Like, what do you want to get out of this process of building it up? And then you started talking about the consistency of doing certain tasks. So I think that is the first secret, that when we were talking about, we're going to talk about the 3 secrets. The first one that I see you doing all the time, you are like, I do not know where you get so much energy to post so much content online and on social media. So my first question is, can you give like 1, 2, 3 things that you do consistently every day to make sure that you're growing your blog? Just 1, 2, 3 things that people can start doing right now.
Sure. As I shared that the content has to be there. So definitely we don't have time to write big articles, to share it strategically. So just start using your time mindfully whenever you have a little bit of time in between the day. Maybe get some self-promoting content for yourself in terms of your photograph with your quotation, which you can share in the form of an infographic. The infographics help a lot. And short video, 2 minutes bites. It doesn't take much time. We have smartphones with us. Record, you're walking, just record 2 minutes bites, some tip of the day or some tip related to your business, which can help your audience. See, it's all about value. The moment you start thinking what value you're giving to your audience and how, put yourself in their shoe, like how they can get benefit and how they will be happy from your content. So once you start thinking like that, ideas come naturally. And it's all about implementing those ideas in the way how you're sharing the content. So video can be one, infographics can be one, and these doesn't take much time. And you just publish it and share across multiple social media. If the time is less, you can use Hootsuite as a beautiful free platform where you can schedule your posts easily. So use all those automated platforms which can really help you to amplify your reach out. So that has helped me a lot. So I always love to share about it.
Are you doing a 30-day calendar, or what's your calendar like? How long do you plan your posts, or is it?
Ideally 1 month calendar is the best way, but definitely ups and downs come. So normally I target for a week. I sit over weekend, I target for my week, and I target in a way that I target my self posts, because I have to share my content. There's so much I want to share which I'm not able to do. Then I have influencers from across the globe. I share their content. Then I have talk shows. Videos are there. I have to schedule those also. So I sit down and see which day I can schedule it. And by now I have certain dates for all the shows, all contents by the influencers. So yes, the monthly calendar helps. The weekly calendar helps me a lot.
So you're basically planning monthly, but you're kind of really putting up the content.
Batching it out weekly.
And by the way, we like anybody who's kind of gets really overwhelmed with Excel sheets and all that. We use, for our VAs, we work with Asana, and for ourselves, because we are really visual people, Danielle and I, we actually use Trello to sort of figure out our sort of content, how it looks, the feel. We want to give it the same kind of branding. So we use Trello, but our lovely VAs use Asana. So we'll just take it from the Trello and just chuck it in the Asana for them, the task to do. And
Yeah.
it really does give, when you have an overview of what is it that you want to share, it does give
Yeah.
sort of that consistent messaging
Correct.
across the board. But one of the things you mentioned, Charu, which is our secret number 2, which I see you doing again, is creating a community within the blog and outside of the blog. So
Correct.
can you talk a little bit about why building a community is important, and maybe just one thing that people can start with in order to build it for their blog and inside and outside of the blog?
Oh, I love this. Community is a beautiful thing to create, and there can be inbound and outbound. I mean, there can be an internal engagement for your own community, and then there can be collaborations from the external communities which are already there, which can really amplify your reach out across. So I first talk about the inner community, which can be specifically for your page, where you are getting that group of people who are really interested in your subject. And once you start promoting the content with the right keywords related to your work, related to your service, people get attracted, people fall on your page and they subscribe. So the call to action on your articles or the video subscriptions or everything, whatever you're sharing, make sure that there's a call to action. So the community starts coming from there, because once they see those call to action, they subscribe to your page or they like the page, they become member. If you're having a Facebook group, they become the member of that group. And it takes time, because people have to really understand the value first. They don't come easily. They really, because internet is overwhelming. We have so many people doing same thing. So you have to create that USP for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What's your unique point which you are giving, which others are not giving, and keep working on that. So once you start strategizing, like have the call to action, start engagement programs, like organize contests and campaigns. Competitions are the best way, and people, and have some nice price for them, so that can be something which can be attractive offer to them, and promote it across, so people definitely love to join that page and be part of your inner community. And now I would love to talk about the outer collaborations, which can be leveraged to amplify the reach out. So people who are working into the same industry, why don't you think of reaching out to them yourself and asking about how to work together, and something so that both sides can get benefit out of both a network, and they can come up with a bigger program and a bigger event or something which can be useful to both of you, and definitely both of you will be getting benefit.
Yeah.
It's not that exact same profile, but we can have the related products and services around our services, because otherwise it will be a competition between the same profile people. So just think smartly how you can relate to the people who are doing some other work, which can be around your work. So that way, definitely the collaborations can be really helpful to you.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you say this is one of the things that we do. The reason why we started the services arm of the business is we found that a lot of entrepreneurs, what they do is they get so caught up in one event that they forget that this regular content marketing and this regular posting on social media strategically has to also be done, which you have figured out, the balance between the two. So when we plan, like, annually we look at 90-day plan, so four quarters. What we see is that, okay, this is one campaign that we're going to run in this 90 days, but then the consistency has to be there in terms of the content marketing and social media marketing. It takes a little bit of practice. It feels like a lot, but once you get used to the idea of creating content calendars and creating these campaigns versus consistent content marketing, then these collaborations, the outside collaborations and the collaborations within, and sort of growing within your community becomes it's so easy for you to see how it all fits into place. And then it doesn't become that overwhelming. It's actually exciting. Then you're
exciting.
Like, oh, wow.
Yeah, because see, it all depends what type of person you are collaborating. That is also very important. So, because if you have to do all work to yourself, then it makes no sense. It has to be teamwork. We're part of the things the other collaborator is doing and the part you are doing. And together we are saving each other's time and giving that program or that campaign or that event, whatever it is. So be mindful with whom you are collaborating. It has to be a mutual win-win for both, and both have to work together as a team. Then only it is beneficial to each other. Otherwise, it's of no use then.
Yeah. And so, it kind of brings me to the third question, which, both of us, I do a Facebook ads, and I do a certain amount of advertising for us and for our clients. But a lot of my growth has come organically as well. And it's been through these collaborations and content planning. But for you, you've paid $0 in ads.
Zero. I have never, in fact, I have only paid when my client has asked me to do my Facebook paid marketing for his campaign. So this is something, because it helps them, because my page is already working there. And when they get the paid campaign through the Facebook page, their reach out is amplified and it shows better results. So I challenged myself this time that I don't want to invest, and let me see how things work. And believe me, if you have the right learning, do learn from all these experts who are really sharing so much amazing knowledge, and that too free, in their YouTube channels or their email newsletters. Believe me, it can help you a lot. Neil Patel is a person I will strongly recommend everybody to follow, because he is really sharing content honestly and authentically, and which is really helpful to any blogger. Yes. So do follow right influencers and learn from them.
Yeah, I mean, simple things like, I don't know how many people listening in have downloaded the Social Media Examiner, the report that they have. There is everything that you can possibly think of in terms of understanding the social media marketing in it. So, I mean, at times I think people need to allocate. We have a learning hour that we put in every day. It's a small one during the week, and then the weekend it's a bigger chunk. But you have to be learning as well, because one of the big things that Charu has been able to accomplish is that she's grown her viewership and subscription without money in ads. So it is very much possible to do that. It's possible to do that. The thing is, you have, it has taken you 2 years, and it's taken you consistent planning and implementation and action. And I think a lot of people get really overwhelmed with that. But then there are people like we have our services team that works with clients like that. So we bring in the consistency, or there are so many people who will actually give done for you solutions as well. Yep. So remember that. And so Charu, just, before we wrap this up, just one quick thing, just one thing that people can take away if they wanted to start today and they want to start growing their traffic through the blog. And you have to understand that traffic is the number one challenge.
All right.
So they want to start getting more traffic to their website, like you have grown the impressions. What is the one thing that they can start doing right now, like consistently? What, should you just post content every day? How many times you post content? What can they do?
Definitely the posting of the content is a must every day. People can do that, as I mentioned, the calendar helps. Just see, you're not just posting on one social media. Just see on how many, and how many, because together you can really share across many social media. It all depends upon how you are presenting it and how you are framing your content while sharing. So if you make it in habit, like if it's a regular day habit that once you are sharing, you're doing together on all social media, and start with once, then challenge yourself, at least do twice. And once you get used to of the free automated platforms like Hootsuite and Buffer, there are others also. One I came to know about the Later. There is an app Later, which also helps in posting and scheduling the posts. So use those automated platforms and plan out your content calendar on it, so that automation is helping you, plus your self content sharing is helping, and title tag and main catchy title of the article, plus the keywords, how you're putting the keywords. I think then you are done. Pictures and videos are other things. Make sure that every time you're adding a picture or a video or infographic, just don't publish plain content.
Yeah.
So all these things can really help you a lot.
Yeah. And repurpose it. Like,
Repurpose, yeah.
we were supposed to do this straight on a live stream. For some reason, the Facebook live stream isn't working today. So we are recording it, but it's as Charu mentioned, put the same thing out on a podcast. You can put the same thing out on YouTube. You can use this to be a part of another blog. So you can use one piece of content in various ways, but post regularly. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up. So Charu's website is at Charu. Give the website URL.
Sure, please do visit www.womenlines.com, WOMENLINES.com, and do subscribe it. It's free subscription, and you will just receive weekly motivational, powerful doses every week.
Awesome. So thanks, Charu, for those answers. And for those of you who are wondering how to get traffic to your website and you're not ready to spend a lot of money, probably because you're not clear about your strategy, get organized, as Charu mentioned, and get blogging. So we'll be sharing more resources with you in this space, and we'll get Charu back on some of our other strategies too. So remember, if you're not signed up on our mailing list, please do that, because we send out beautiful e-newsletters, but also free resources. So that you can access that at www.ahanalara.com/high paying packages, all one word, high paying packages. And I've had a couple of people asking about niches, about how to really identify their niche. And what I'll be doing is I've collected top 100 niches for coaches, wellness entrepreneurs, therapists, and I'm going to put them in one PDF and send it out on that list. So there's a really easy process. You just identify your bigger market and then go into the niche. So I'll be sending that out. And again, the link is www.ahanalara.com/high paying packages. You get my PDF there with the 9-step strategy to get your high ticket coaching and consulting packages. And you get all this additional information along with Charu's next interview, which we will be doing. We've already shared a couple of things from Charu on that, but we'll be sharing more. So stay tuned for that. And that's it for today. Thanks everyone for listening.
Thank you so much, Ahana. Thank you so much for having me.
And and we'll just get back on talking high growth marketing again in another episode on Rise and Be Rich. Bye for now.
Okay, bye-bye.